This is my review for Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 8, The Cost of Business. It's Mac the Guru. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that like button. I appreciate everybody for the support, man. People been emailing me, doing a bunch of things they like in the videos. The recent ones I didn't upload it, so I appreciate it. Now, getting into this episode. This was like a revealing episode because it was things that we knew, things that we didn't know that got revealed this episode, but a lot of the characters got stuff revealed to them. So the actual characters was learning stuff about other characters that they didn't know. And sometimes it was with us, For instance, Kanan learned more about Uncle Marvin, right? And we're going to talk about the preview for the next episode on my preview, so make sure you check that out. But we learned he did a bid, which they kind of been talking about that, but we didn't know that he was a dope fiend. We ain't know that part. That's the part. It ain't just him going to jail. People go to jail all the time in that game. The part that really, be like, where people will lose respect for you is when you start using. Because then you start moving different once you start using. You come a dope fiend, you going to be different, dog. Like your thought process, everything. Stuff you putting first, you might be putting last once you start using all that. So yeah, that's what probably did it. And then Raquel ended up cutting him off when she found out about Kanan. And she had an emotional moment, so she let Kanan know about that, let him know about his homie, how they had to do his homie, because of the mistakes he making. I got a video out right now talking about Kanan and Tariq, they similarities. Make sure y'all check that one out, because it relate to a lot of these dudes that's out here on the street now, how they move, they doing stuff that they don't have to be doing, but that was one reveal that we got. But think about it. Jukebox found out about Kanan work killing Nicole. She found that out. I thought she was gonna be upset, but she grieving and she like, yo, it ain't none of their fault. And it's his fault for making that work, making that batch, but it really ain't. Like Nicole stole that and smoked it on her own. This ain't nothing her and Jukebox was doing together. Jukebox ain't no dope fiend. You know what I'm saying? So that's her wanting to do that on her own. So I like that element of it, that she didn't put blame on herself or blame on Kanan, because it kind of was Nicole moving on her own, even though you can't technically say it's Kanan's body, but you can't really blame him because that's her moving on her own, man, to me, But that leads me to the beginning of the episode. So we got to go back to the beginning. We talked about the reveals. There was some big reveals. It was other stuff throughout. But at the beginning, something I knew it was going to happen. The parents wasn't going to like Nicole being at that funeral. That's who they going to blame. And I knew it going into this episode. If you look at my preview before, I'm like, yeah, the parents going to be like, it's Jukebox's fault. Let's put it on her instead of putting it on their daughter, or instead of trying to accept their daughter for who she was, and I don't know. They probably just going through a lot, but I knew they was gonna put it on Jukebox. Now, after that, we got Raquel putting in work. Right at the beginning, how she did old girl husband dirty. Old girl set him up, got him whacked, and that is what got her to connect. That one move, that's why she did it. But that got her to connect. And that's gonna get us some product. So it's gonna work out. That's gonna end up working out for her. So that was definitely a smart move. Now, Howard coming to her, letting her know about Kanan. That was another reveal that happened. But see, this is leading to something. That's leading to something. I think Burke gonna have to get dealt with, man. And I'll probably do this in another video, make another separate one where I just touch on this. But I think Burke gonna have to get dealt with because they got a problem. The problem is Howard is not a conventional type of cop, right? And Burke is. So she around him, she seeing certain stuff. She like, why you ain't doing that? Then Kanan, his son, she don't know that. She don't know the history with him and Raquel. You know, she don't know these things. And she like, yo, why you moving like this? Why you doing this? Why you ain't doing it like that? You know, so she gonna continuously get curious. She gonna continuously push. She might even say something to their leadership that he don't want said. And eventually, she might have to get dealt with. Especially if she take it into her own hands and be like, yeah, we need to lock up Kanan, or we need to lock up Raquel. He definitely don't want Kanan locked up because he trying to get a donor. That's his real motive, which is nuts. But he trying to get a donor, so he don't want his son locked up under no circumstances, you know. So, but I think we gotta watch that though, because I think that might be something that go down, you know, with Bert getting knocked off. Now, Marvin and Lulu, they brothers. They act like brothers. They arguing. They, you know, don't like each other and all that. We figured out why Raquel favor Lulu because of what happened with Marvin. He ended up getting that bid, selling dope out his crib, being a dope fiend. We figured that out. And lo and behold, what happened? Marvin saves Lulu at the end. Now that scene at the end when he was over the body, he over the body like, no, you know, but I don't know. I feel like that's on a, they could have, I don't know. Watching that scene was just like, but nevertheless, Marvin saves Lulu. Saved him. And we seen from the previews how that's gonna affect him and Raquel relationship. But it lets you know family always gonna be there for you, you know, regardless. The argument, regardless if, you know, whatever y'all going through, push come to shove, if they there, if they see something, they gonna help. And that's what happened. He pulled them out the crib. Now, Lulu was moving this episode, man. It was a few things I noticed about Lulu. Lulu, one, he finally moved on Crown. I knew that was coming with the 50-50 split. But I think he recognized it. Man, Jessica ain't the one for me. And I don't think she is, man. I think she just a girl that's that'll do anything to come up. Literally anything. I could see in the future her walking in the club on Crown Arm or something like that. Because that's the vibes I get from her. Like, man, this girl will do anything to come up. And I think he noticing it. Like, man, this girl, it ain't never, you know, enough. She just, I don't know. She's just a girl that ain't going to be satisfied. That I don't think going to work out. Them two, I don't think it's going to work out. And speaking of relationship, Marvin and Tony. Boy, Marvin, right after the thing happened with Raquel, which was one of the best scenes, by the way. That was the best scene of the episode. It made me think, man, I should bring that back. I used to do best scenes each episode back when Power Book 2 first started. And then I'll put out the best scene, what I thought was the best scene. But that's what I thought was the best scene. It was an emotional scene between Raquel and her brother, Marvin, her older brother. So, you know, you could just think of all them emotions there with her having to tell him, yo, I'm done with you, you know. And honestly, her never forgiving him for using and going to jail and all that stuff. But after that scene, he go to Tony, and I hope the boy use a condom. I don't care what time period they in. Listen. Listen to me. I hope that boy use a condom. or he gonna be going out like Willie Lump Lump. Alright? But he just go up in there, hit her. She say, yo, I ain't talked to you, heard nothing from you, and you just come up here and have sex with me. Come on, girl. And then he asking her for money, and I'm glad something told him, let me not tell her nothing. And or let me not say nothing about why she owed me money. And the thing is, the way she was saying it, he like, this is weird. How she keep asking this? I'm just about to leave. So he left, and of course she working with them people. Now when I first seen the camera, I don't know why I thought this, but I'm like, yo, is she trying to do porn with him? That's what I thought. Cause I just get them type of vibes from her. But she working with them people. And who is this revealed to though? Symphony. So Symphony done learned, okay, people, she got cops and stuff after her family and all this, and he figured out Tony working with them. So we gonna see what he gonna do with that information. Hopefully he let Raquel know, and she relay it back to Marvin, since we know that they gonna have a conversation this next episode. Cause Lulu gonna be down, most likely down for an episode, not really up and able to handle stuff. Not 100%. He might not be all the way down and out, but he ain't gonna be 100%. So she gonna have to lean on Marvin, and hopefully they have a conversation and really mend some stuff. But we gonna touch on that more in the preview, man. But another good episode, all in all. It was some scenes that was just amazing, in this episode, and then there was some. That ending scene with Marvin over Lulu, I wasn't really feeling that. But the scene with Rockwell and Kanan, dope scene. The scene with Rockwell knocking Buddy off was dope, And then another good one was Jukebox and the dad walking in on her. That was a good scene. And then the top scene was Rockwell and Marvin, that conversation, man. But it was a bunch of good scenes. Good episode, all in all. And with that being said, man, episode 8 in the books. Make sure you check out the preview. Make sure you check out the other videos I got up, where I'm breaking down certain things, and the ones I got coming on different topics. We definitely gonna talk about that Fat Joe Ja Rule versus. I'm putting that video out, for the preview, probably a day before it come out. Make sure y'all check it out. Thanks for supporting, though. I appreciate it, man, for real. It's Mac the Guru as always. Y'all be easy, be safe. Peace.